Are you an entrepreneur with products to sell, services to offer, but ain't nobody buying, ain't nobody interested, you ain't making money? Stay tuned, because in this video, I want to teach you a principle about a key insight in business that will attract the right customers to your product. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Christerpher Coleman with the Business Intelligence Group, and I am excited for you to be here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about business strategy. Now, a lot of people have a misconception on business strategy. There's a lot of definitions out there, but my ideology on business strategy, you could see it in sports, you can see it in business, you can see it in a lot of different sectors and industries. But in this video, I really want to use sports as an analogy to build my foundation on what I believe strategy is and how it can help you. Now, I want you to think, do you know what business strategy is? Are you an entrepreneur that has really thought about your business strategy? Are you implementing and executing your business strategy? I want you to take time out now and pause the video and really think, what is business strategy? Do I have a business strategy? Am I executing on that business strategy? Take time out now and really think about that. So one thing that I really enjoy about sports is that it is broadcast on a regular basis. There's a lot of commentary. There's a lot of media behind it. There's a lot of money behind it. There's a lot of money to win in sports in modern day history. And so basketball is one of my favorite sports among others. But in basketball, you really get to know the players. They don't have helmets. They come really close to the media, to the people, and they have a brand. And so I'll talk about branding in another video, but I really want you to think about basketball and business. Now, one of my favorite podcasts in terms of sports is Gilbert Arenas. His podcast is very good. He has, different stars that come in to talk on various topics. But Gilbert Arenas is very analytical. And I really like his take when he begins to talk about combo guards and being able to play the point guard or the shooting guard or maybe even small forward. But the key is, if you are a basketball player, maybe your goal is to gain a lot of money and to score the contract that will pay you the most amount of money. Now, to do that, if you are a bigger guard and you decide to be a small forward or a shooting guard, and you have those skill sets and you decided to go with the shooting guard, well, maybe you don't have an advantage. You've chosen where to play and you've chosen your position as a shooting guard or maybe a small forward, but do you have an advantage? Do you have a competitive advantage? And Gilbert Arenas, he talks about some of these combo guards deciding, like himself, to go be a point guard. Now, this was interesting, but Gilbert Arenas sacrificed being a shooting guard, meaning a lot of times they're shooting the ball, they're scoring. There's different ways that you can be a shooting guard, but he decided to be a point guard. And his reasoning was that he was a bigger point guard, and so he would guard smaller point guards on defense. Smaller point guards will have to guard him when he's on offense. It would be a matchup nightmare. And also, when it comes to contracts, he saw that the big contracts were going to the point guards. So he had a competitive advantage, number one, with his body type to go play as a point guard rather than a shooting guard or a small forward. He will be bigger and thus be able to outmatch his opponent. Also, he saw that point guards made a lot more money, and oftentimes they were the face of the team. And so in your business, where will you play? Are you going to sell products and services? Are you going to sell just services? Out of all the services that you can offer, What one service can you offer that will resonate with your particular target audience? With the product that you're going to sell, do you have multiple products? Are you selling candles? Are you selling creams? Are you selling food? Are you doing all these different things to show that I have all these talent skill sets? Or are you making a sacrifice to choose one thing, where to play? And once you figure out that one thing that you're going to sell or offer to the marketplace, how will you win? How will you position that product or service in the marketplace? Are you going to use materials that come from, authentic means, that are organic, they're natural? Or are you going to play and win by bringing products that are very luxurious? Are you going to bring products to the marketplace that are very cheap, but has utilitarian purposes? Or are you going to bring products to the marketplace that resonate with a specific target audience? Now, in 2024, going into 2025, and I would say in the 21st century altogether, you cannot be all things to all people. Once you have decided, I want to go in business, you have options. You can be a personal trainer. You can be a business coach. You can be a photographer, electrician, a beauty consultant, makeup. You could do so many things. There's options if you have those skill sets. But then you have to make a choice that, hey, I want to be in the space of health and wellness. But within the space of health and wellness, you have to choose. Will I talk about the physical body? Will I talk about healing the body? Am I going to talk about food, nutrition? There's so many different ways that you can go in health, nutrition, wellness. But with those choices, you have to make a decision. And maybe you decide that you want to be a personal trainer. But then once you're a personal trainer, are you going to focus on la-di-da-di everybody? Or are you going to make a sacrifice and choose geriatrics? Maybe young kids that are in sports, maybe women of a certain age group, men over 50, African Americans, the Asian population. You have to make a sacrifice and make a decision to choose one area and begin to grow from there. And so if you're just getting started, I want you to think about the options you have. From those options, I want you to think about the choices that you have. I want you to make a choice. And from those choices, I want you to make a decision and then make another decision. I want you to come down to a point where you have a specific target audience and it's very clear who that customer is. Again, you can't be all things to all people. Just ask Kmart. Again, my name is Christerpher Coleman with the Business Intelligence Group. You can meet me on my website at thebizintelgroup.com or on Instagram or X at ccolemanbiz. Stay tuned. Do well.